Hello there, and welcome to Fortnight Save the World. I'm Salty Gamer Manboy, and we are playing. Well, actually, we're not playing anything right now. I wanted to make a video to show you how to set up your survivors. If you're new at this, just find your command tab, and then go to your survivors, and then go down here to squad, and then you see that that big yellow thing on the bottom says turn autofill on. That's what you want to turn on. If you're new at this and you don't have a clue about what to do, I would suggest use that until you figure out what all these other things are for. But in the meantime, if you're a little bit advanced and you want to kind of dive into this, well, let's stay tuned and we'll figure it out together. Of course, I already know what I'm doing, but it's kind of hard to put into words, but we'll try and do this. Okay, so basically when you start getting your research points, you're gonna start unlocking slots in your survivor area, and most people are gonna start off in their EMT section. They're gonna have 1 or 2 slots opened. Let's see, they're going to have probably 1 or 2. These first 2 right here, they're probably going to have opened, and then later on, whenever you start adding more points into your research, you're going to be able to unlock all these other guys here. But in the meantime, you're going to need a lead survivor. So what you want to do is you want to look for, okay, on your lead survivors, you want to look for, like it says, doctor. On the bottom there it says lead match, it says doctor. So whenever you come here, you'll be able to see all of your leads. They're going to be different. They're going to be separate from your regular survivors. So fill that in. Like I have different personalities for that doctor slot. There's going to be different personalities for each doctor, and what you want to do is match your like say that's all you have, right? You have that that doctor with a dependable personality. So obviously you want to put him in the EMT slot. You don't want to unless you have no other choice, you don't want to put him into a fire team or gadgets unless you have have all these other guys filled out. This is where this guy needs to go. So he has the dependable personality. What you want to do is have all of your survivors with that dependable personality. Now, down here, it also has their set bonuses. Okay, that's not really going to have anything to do with what your lead survivor is. You want to have the personality of the lead survivor in order for you to have good numbers there. Otherwise, say, let's see, let's put someone else in here. You can already see, like right here, you can test it before you put them in there. Okay, I put her in there. She's obviously for the fitness or something like that. She's got the boxing glove on there. None of them are going to be compatible with her. Okay, she's not going to be very compatible. It's kind of like having a boss at work. If you got a good boss and you got a bad boss, and everybody's gonna like the good boss, and the good boss is always high and how's it going, and the bad boss is get to work and no chit chats and no and nobody likes that kind of a boss. So that's what that is. That's like if you put her in that slot, that's what that boss is gonna be. It's gonna be a bad boss. And you're like, oh man, I don't want to see so and so today. So you want to put the good boss in the good slot. That's for the personalities. Okay. Now let me go and explain the little health bonus there. Okay. That's what that survivor brings to the table. And if I were to change him with someone else, you notice my health is going down. This is just giving you a view of what's going to happen there. See, my health for my hero character is going down. 267,825. And if I put someone else in there, watch, it goes down, and he's not the right person to put in there. So, and I understand if that's the only, people you have, then work with what you have until you get the right people in the right slot. Okay? So that's how I've worked it out. Until I got the right person, I would still have somebody slotted in there because it's still going to give you somewhat of a bonus. So, just because you don't have the right people now doesn't mean that you're not going to get the right people later on. So fill them in. And, if you're new at it and that's all you got, do that. And that's what autofill is going to do for you. It's going to help you out. It's going to put the best people in the right spots for you. But in the meantime, if you can tweak and you can go and pick and choose, do that. What I did was I made sure I had different personalities all across the board. See, that one was dependable. Okay, now the next one is cooperative. And then, and I made little things like, okay, kind of like to remind myself what that is. That's like what I would call a double A, because there's an A on top of an A, double A. And then this one right here was double circles, because they're two circles colliding with each other. And then I said bow ties, because that kind of looks like a bow tie. And then raindrops, it almost looks like two little raindrops on the bottom there, and then a big, raindrop on the top. This is what I did, octagon or pentagon. That's what that looks like, or kind of like maybe a soccer ball, perhaps. This one kind of looks like the Star Trek emblem, so I call it Star Trek square. And then this was squirrely lines, squiggly lines, and then we're right back over to the front. So that's what the and each one of them is going to be, that's cooperative, this one is competitive, this one is analytical, that one is curious, and that one is adventurous, and pragmatic, and then we have dreamer, and then we're right back to the first. So what I did was I heard that in game. Well, let me tell you what I heard first. Okay, for in game, you're gonna want all the personalities to be different. You can have another lead with adventurous. Okay, let's see. Let's look at this close assault here. Okay, I have adventurous one. Okay, he's adventurous too. She is a dreamer, but she's still right for that position there. So you can have, I could have a dreamer in this one, and then later on, okay, I've got a dreamer in the think tank. Okay, that's what I did, was I made sure okay, the dreamers, they're in the think tank. They think a lot. They're dreaming. They're thinking. That's what I've got there. And besides that too, if you notice too, that I have mythic leads and I have mythic survivors. So I was basing each one of these personalities on the mythic one. The mythic overrides, in my mind, the legendary, because the mythic has a higher health bracket. Like let's see, this guy is topped out. Let's see, let's not change him, let's upgrade him. I'll show you. He's topped out. He's level 50. He is at 135. So he has higher health than, let's say, this guy right here. He tops out at 119 and at level 50. So see the difference? 135, 119. That's going to give me a lot higher health for having him maxed out like that. Anyway, so what I tried to do was systematically go through and level everyone up. All these guys are all leveled up. They're all topped out. Okay, they're at 130. He's topped out. topped out, and I just went down the line and I topped out everybody I could until I got to a point where I couldn't. And I tried not to level my epics up too much because I know I'm going to change them out with either a legendary or a mythic. So when you're dealing with lower level cards, what you want to do is you want to get to legendary or mythic. That's the ultimate end game. So you don't want to spend too much points in. And I understand, like I said, when you're down in the lower levels, you want to level all these up at least a little bit until you start getting into your legendary cards, because whenever you retire these people, you're not going to get all of your survivor points back. You'll get most of it, but you're not going to get all of your survivor points back. I mean, it's going to, it takes really roughly, I think it's about 300,000 survivor XP to get one maxed out, and that's at legendary, I believe. 300,000 to get one totally maxed out. That is a lot. And to sit there and grind that much out, and especially at lower levels too, when you're not going to be getting as much, you're only going to be getting what I think Stonewood starts, the most you can get out of Stonewood is probably what 700 or something like that. Well, let's just look at it real quick here. Let's see what you can get out of Stonewood since we're here. If you take a mission and you're looking for survivor, look at that. Okay, that's at level 15. You get 660 survivor XP. Sometimes you can find the ones like that give you double, like 4 times the schematic, so 4 times 660 or however much that is. Okay, you got 440. That's 880. You can get 880 perhaps. So roughly about 1,000. We'll just say roughly at 1,000. You got 300,000. 300,000 compared to 1,000. So you see what I'm saying? It's going to take you a lot longer, and you're going to have to do quite a few more missions than you would if you were to go up here into, say you go into even here too, just grinding that. So you got 4. Let's see. Let's get a good one here. Okay, 11,000 for that one. There's another 11,000. That still means you're gonna have to go in there 30 times. And then you got, well, times 4. So you got 11,000 times 4. Is that 44,000? Yep, 44,000. So you're only gonna get 44,000, and you would still have to go in about 8 times. You would still have to do a mission about 8 times in order for you to get 300,000. So even up here, still it's a lot. You still have a lot to work for. But anyway, let's get back to this here. So let's see. Now that you know about the personalities, let's look at what they have to bring. Okay, he has health bonuses, and then you'll see, notice off onto the left-hand side of here, it's going to tell you what this whole entire thing has here. It says, okay, your fortitude out of this one is, or my fortitude out of this one is 2,820. Party shared, we've got 614. And then my offense is, well, that's just from my research points and stuff like that. So basically, when you look down here in the bonuses, you got leaders match. That's always good. Personality match, you got 7 out of 7. You got health bonus. That's 1 out of 2. That means that one character for health, one character has health in here, and that's him right here. Okay, and then the melee damage, I got 1 out of 3. So melee, this is what the melee right here, the lady with the looks like a firefighter. She's got that little thing on the side, you know, like I say, that little symbol AA. If you look, it's kind of like unnoticeable, but well, you can definitely tell on this guy right here, the heart. The heart means health, and then there's like a little trap, and it's got like a hammer and a sword on the side of it. That means melee. And then this right here with the little battery, that's for your energy. Now that's going to affect your hero card. Your hero is that's the battery is for your energy. Batteries for your energy. That's going to regenerate your energy a lot faster. It's going to have a lot to do with your energy right there. Melee, of course, you know, whenever you hit. Then traps, you can have trap, like it's going to increase the damage that your traps have. Okay, tech, that's what the little wrench there, it's basically going to help your tech. It's going to, you know, like say your turret, or say you're an Outlander, you have a Teddy. Or you're an Outlander, you have a shock tower. It's gonna increase the damage on that. So the more you match, the better chances you have. Now, all right, another thing that you want to do is make sure all your lead survivors are leveled up. Make sure you get your lead survivors leveled up. Like I have him leveled up because I know it's going to be a while before I get another, or actually probably get a legendary one. When you boil down to the very last little bit, it's so hard to find those last little guys, the last ones that you're looking for. And it could take forever. I could get the next lead tomorrow, or I can get it a week from now. Don't know. It's all up to chance, and it's all up to whenever you get them or not. So that can't be helped. So just always be on the lookout for better leads and stuff like that. But in the meantime, I do have him leveled up. I realize that, you know, the sacrifice of waiting on that guy, the perfect lead, is going to happen when it happens. In the meantime, I'm going to have my best chances, my best foot forward, in order for me to win the game. Now, when you get a hero card, it's all going to be the same all across the board. Watch. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at a hero in the store here. Okay. Alright, this is just the base that it's going to set. It's going to start off with. It's going to start, you know, everyone gets this setup here. Okay, it's a card. Now, when it gets into your hands and you put it in your loadout, then that's when it changes, because all of your setup, your traps, your health, your shield, your everything, the way you have it set up is going to dictate what this thing is. This is base, you know, it's standard all across the board. It's not going to give me, because it's me, you know, like I'm a 115, it's not going to give me a higher advantage. Everyone, even down to a level 1, if they had to buy, you know, if they didn't grind, they would still be able to get health at 45, the shield at 240, okay? When it gets into my hands and I put her in my lead, my hero loadout, when I put her in there, all my stats are going to go over to that card. It's going to give a, you know, whatever that little base little bit is, right? Because, you know, her health, she starts off at 450, so she's going to give you 450. She's going to give you 240 shield. That's all she's gonna give you. The rest is up to you and how you have your survivor set up. That's how that works. That's not, see if I were to, let's see, I've got her. Let's change my lead. And we will get Brawler Luna. There we go, right there. Brawler Luna. Bam. Okay, she's not leveled up. I didn't get her leveled up. I can put hero points into her card. I can level her all the way up to a level, what is this? Level 50? Yeah, I can level her all the way up to a level 50. But that's just her base set. Everything starts off at a certain point, okay? The creators made sure that they know, they want you to know that everything starts off at a certain point, okay? Her health is always going to start off at 450. Her shield is always going to start off at 420. All across the board. It doesn't matter if you're level 5 and you got enough, you grinded up enough gold to get Brawler Luna, and she's legendary, she's in the store, you're level 5, that's going to give you all kinds of, it's going to start you off at 450 shield, just as much as I'm a level 115. Still going to start me off at health 450, shield 240. Now whenever I start putting points into it, that's going to level the card up. But also my health and my shield are going to depend on what I have in my survivors. Okay? That's what that's going to matter right there. I don't know if I could say that any better or plainer. That's what that is. So if their shield is not doing so well, guess what? It's not because of the card. It's not because of the hero. It's because of you. It's because of how you have your shield set up, okay? So you're going to have varieties of those. Like I said, okay, you got, let's see, let's get them off of there. Okay, you got the health bonus. So if you're having trouble with your health, it's only because you don't have enough health. You don't have enough survivors with that health perk in there. Okay, if you want more health, you need to focus on survivors that have the health bonus. That's what's going to happen there. Okay, basically what it is if you want more health, find survivors that have the health bonus with it, and that's going to increase your bonus. If you want more trap damage, find survivors that have more trap damage bonus. That's how that works. Okay, so you're going to get a little bit off of your hero card, and then playing to their abilities, like say you have an Outlander, right? Let's change our hero out to an Outlander. They're gonna have more tech. Outlanders are gonna have more tech. Let's change this out to an Outlander real quick here. Okay, Outlander. She's gonna have Teddy. Okay, and then any other way you can get to how you change out. See? Okay, you got select gadgets. Okay, you can select your gadgets. Like say I wanted to have more bombs, or I wanted to have teleportation, or I want to have my if I die, go over to wherever the flag is. I have turrets. That's tech. That's the tech right there. If you want to have, if you have a character who is based on tech, who has tech, okay, I rely on her turrets here, and I also rely on the Teddy in order for me to win a match, or to help me out in a match. So that's what that does. If you want more, if you know your character and you want to play with more tech, then find more survivors that have the tech bonus. That's going to affect that. Now, I have some people asking me, you know, like, how do you get a faster shield regeneration? Well, that's right there. It's all right here. If you want a faster shield regeneration, find out which survivor does that. Let's see which one that does. Cooperative. Let's see. Okay, here's a shield regeneration right here. Shield bonus. Okay, if you want your shield to come back faster, find survivors that have a shield like that on their card, and if you match all of them up with the same personalities, which is really hard to do, you got the same personality. See, he's got a shield, she's got a shield. That's going to give you 2 out of 2 bonus. That's going to give you a bonus right there. You don't necessarily have to have health. You can have this whole row nothing but health. That's, you know, for all fairness, I think there's enough slots here. Like, okay, I could have all my EMT, I can have all my survivors have nothing but health on them for the health bonus. Okay, and then my offensive party right here, I can have all my characters have nothing but assault rifle bonuses or something like that, or trap bonuses or whatever. Then I can have all my gadgeteers have nothing but the gadgets, you know, the gadget perk on them. And, you know, same thing with the corpse here. I could have maybe trap damage, you know, a corps of engineers, you know, the traps perhaps, or something like that. Then I could have all of these have shields because they're training team. They got shield, they need health, I mean they need strength, something like that, you know. Offense, I could have melee, all of that melee. I could have all of these scouts. So that's what you need to focus in on, whether, or, you know, what character you want to play. And that's why I have everything kind of just kind of mediocre, not really focusing on one, but everything all at once. That way I can bring my whole self up, you know, all at once, and I don't have to sit there and worry about, okay, well, I've only been playing you know, the soldier, so I have too much already in my health regeneration, and I have too much already in my shield regeneration. So, you know, if I have, because you're going to top out anyway in your research points, you're going to top out. So anyway, gosh, I hope I didn't confuse you on any of that. I hope I was able to help you out, perhaps maybe look at how you play and base that on what you want to go for in the game, because the sky's the limit on that. Basically, if you play up front, if you want to play mainly soldier, then go into your research points here and focus in on your fortitude, focus in on your shield. But anyway, if that's what you want, you know, if you want to focus in on tech, if you're more of a techie person and you want to send things out, then focus in on your tech. But anyway, that's kind of how that works there. I hope it, you know, like I said, I hope it was enough to kind of get you to thinking about how you play and how you want to set your own play style up. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. And if you would like to see a little bit more, perhaps maybe ask me some questions or focus in on certain things, feel free to do so. Leave that in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.